I want to share with you right now the top objections I'm hearing in terms of how to overcome sales in a pandemic. Now, I've been taking note of all the objections salespeople have been calling me. Mark, I need help with this. Mark, I need help with that. And these are the top 7 objections I hear, and I'm going to give you strategies and tactics that you can use to overcome them. Now, are they in order? Yes and no. Yes, they're in order. I'm going to share with you 7. No, they may not be in order to your industry, because this is what I'm finding. The objections people are hearing vary dramatically based on the industry, the type of person they're selling to. Let's get into it. I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. I did write the book, A Mind for Sales and High Profit Prospecting, and I want you to check out our new online university, the Sales Hunter University. But let's get into it. Number 1, call me in a couple of months. Now, not only is this an objection we hear right now, but we hear it all the time, right? Call me in a couple of months. Here's a situation. When you hear this, you got to come back to them and say, what will have changed in a couple of months? You need to confront the customer, and don't sit there and say, oh, okay. No, you got to ask them. If they sit there and say, well, by then we'll know what's happening with the pandemic, you're going to respond with this. Didn't we all think it was going to be gone back in March or February or April when it first came on the scene? Yes, we did, and it's still here today. You see, when people sit there and say, call me in a few months because they think things are going to change, how do they know things will change? And what you want to then respond back to them and saying, here's what's happening. I'm seeing many other companies that chose to make that decision initially for a couple months, but now they're engaging and they're making things. Share with them stories, share with them examples of what you're seeing other companies do that are no longer subscribing to that philosophy. Number 2, we are going to wait this out. Oh, there are still people who are sitting there saying, we're going to wait this out. And your response is very similar to the first one, but here's the spin you want to put on it. What happens if this goes on for another year? What happens? And again, you share that we all thought this would kind of be past us within a couple months, and it hasn't. So you sit there and you come back to them and you you say, you can't wait this out forever, because in the meantime, business is happening. And unless you've got a tremendous amount of cash reserves, a tremendous amount of existing customers, your business is not going to be around. You're not going to be able to wait this one out. Number 3, last thing I want to do is switch suppliers. I hear this a lot, especially from salespeople who are in consumable businesses where the customers are buying on a regular basis. Here's the situation. Last thing I want to do is switch suppliers. Totally understand, totally get that. However, if I can show you how you can save money, how you can do something better, whatever it might be, it is in your interest to go ahead and make that move. Don't allow, I'm not going to switch suppliers because, you want to make sure that it becomes one of their number 1 or number 2 priorities because of the advantages that you can provide them. Number 4, I'm not buying until I have to. Well, gee, why is that any different than any other time? But I see salespeople cowering when they hear that. Okay, well, I'll just wait. No, you have to this is why you have to make sure that everything you sell, you tie back to time and money. In other words, the reason you want to make the decision now is because you can save more money, you can make more money, you can avoid this risk, and you can do it in a timely manner. You see, when they sit there and say, I'm not going to buy until I have to, what you're trying to overcome is the excuse. Now, they may have an excuse in terms of cash flow. They may have an excuse in terms of other things. But see, what you want to do is you want to, again, press them on it. So when do you think and what will change? Validate the reason as to why they're saying that, and that's going to give you the response. But the worst thing you can do is to back off of it and not respond at all. Number 5, you need to lower your price. Now, we hear this all the time right now. You need to lower your price because everybody else is doing it right now in a pandemic. You do not want to lower your price. Now, you can change your price because you're changing your value outcome. You can change your price because you're changing your product offering. You can do that. But you do not lower your price. Because the situation is, if you lower your price, well, will you take it out of your salary? Will you take it out of your commission? I don't think you will. No. You see, when they say you need to lower your price, what that means is that you haven't gone back to sales 101, created enough value to warrant the price you want them to pay. So you need to come back and ask yourself this question. What is the solution? What's the outcome? What is the gain? What is the risk avoidance? What is it that the customer is going to receive as a result of buying from me? I've had several customers who are in very difficult situations, but they've agreed to make major investments with me because they know the reward that they're going to receive from working with me. They did not ask me for it. Well, yeah, they did actually ask me for a price discount. I didn't give it to them, and you know what? They bought. Number 6, this is too risky. Again, people are using this wrapped around the pandemic, but they use it all the time. Nobody should ever be expected to make a decision that's risky. That's your job in sales. Your job in sales is to show them such a clear, concise way as to how they can avoid risk. And that's why they want to go with you. See, that's the confidence factor. That's the trust factor you create. And it starts in the whole prospecting phase. Number 7, I will buy now if I can pay you in 3 months. Again, we hear this all the time, but it seems like it pops up now. Here's the whole thing. Ask them if they're a business owner. Are you allowing your customers to slow down their purchases? When they pay you? No, you're probably not. No. You see, now, I will buy now if I can pay in 3 months. You may choose to go ahead and do that, but you need to put in the cost and risk of that buying situation. In other words, they're not going to buy from you if they're not going to pay for it for 3 months. You may need to increase the price. Say, sure, we can do that. But the price is now going to be X. And you have to increase it to cover the risk factor and the cost of money. Here's the whole situation. I may choose to say, okay, you can choose to pay in 3 months part of it, but you're going to pay part of it now. You see, you need to get the customer to invest with you right now. You see, these are the top 7 things that I hear right now, the top 7 objections that I'm hearing right now in the pandemic. I do hope you pick up the book, High Profit Prospecting, A Mind for Sales. Check out the website. We've got new videos like this we post to YouTube all the time. I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Great selling.